On everybody, BobbyFi flying solo today. My man Sheets is got some other engagements, and hopefully he'll be with you at 6 Eastern. But we were going to get into a quick slate breakdown of what I want. I did post all of my plays and my favorite stacks, etc., on TrueDFS.com. I suggest you guys check it out. I also suggest you take a look at Sheets' sheets. If you guys haven't already, this is like the best free tool we have out there in the industry, and it's only going to be free for a limited time. So I suggest you use it. It's a great combination of aggregating information across the industry, as well as his own takes and his own formulas, which has been extremely successful for him, myself, and many of our users. So hopefully you guys are checking that out as well. I'm going to share my screen and just tell you guys exactly what I'm doing tonight. And yeah, feel free to hit me up in Discord. I'm happy to answer questions and discuss plays all through the day. Try to do it in the MLB tabs, or if it's an NBA question or thought, drop it in the NBA section, and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. With that said, sorry about a little background noise, having to record at a park again because it's a little bit hectic where I'm currently staying. So this is what we got going for today. But I'm going to share my screen real quick, and let's get to it. This is a basic outline of what I'm going to do on the slate today. You can see there's going to be a lot of ownership on Toronto, but the truth is we shouldn't be worried about ownership too much with this many good offenses, this many good options on this slate. Toronto and the Dodgers are the ones that stand out to me as being my favorite. Really wish I would have stuck with the Adam Davies play yesterday. I did say he does own the Dodgers, and I didn't expect him to get no hit, but it would have been certainly nice had I not come off of that play. And my only lineups that really did anything were the ones that I did leave Davies in. Of course, they were smaller by and large field. Didn't take anything down, but did make a little money with those, even though the main slate, main stacks, main lineups didn't do so well. Anyway, yeah, I really do love. I mean, Toronto against Matt Harvey obviously going to be popular, but in that park with this lineup, with the speed power combination of so many players in that offense, it's really hard to avoid this for me. So that's where I'm going to start. And the Dodgers are my second favorite stack, maybe my favorite. They're really close, but I do love the Dodgers lefties against Arrieta, who's been just completely pummeled by lefties all season and really over the last few years now. He's not the same pitcher he used to be. So this is an outline of just basically what I'm doing. I did list all the plays, as I mentioned. There's other values you can go with. I like Santander quite a bit as well. And I think, though, this is going to be my outfield in most of the lineups I play tonight. So with that said, let's talk about some pitching. It's interesting in pitcher tonight because everybody feels overpriced in a sense, except for, I mean, we've got weather issues with Rodon, but Rodon would be the guy you want to start with, in my opinion. I think he's the best pitcher going on the slate. I think he makes the most sense. I also think Valdez, you could make a similar argument for, but I think I would lean Rodon a little bit ahead of Valdez. I don't think I'd be playing both of them and spending up because I like some of the expensive bats tonight. You can use Drew Smiley, again, another game with weather concerns. He's 7.1. That makes a lot of sense to me. I also like Minor quite a bit against his former team in Texas. And Dunning, Manoah, and Manaea are all high on my list as well. Off the board is Kwon Hyun Kim against Pittsburgh. It's not the most exciting thing, but we're just hoping to get our pitchers through in this one, and hopefully let the bats do the work, because there are some major bats out there, and I expect another explosion from Toronto and the Dodgers and a number of other offenses. I don't mind if you want to go different directions, but that's what I'm going to be doing for most of my stacks. As I said, I did list them on True DFS. I listed my favorite plays, and those include my favorite other stacks would be, excuse me while I pull it up, Dodgers, Astros, Reds, Braves, Marlins, Padres, and Yankees. Those are not in order. I think in order, and Toronto. I do really like the Dodgers and Toronto the best. Those are the two I'll be playing the heaviest. So that's where I'm at. And this is going to be a real quick video. I can go position by position. I can talk about different things. If you want to use Rortvedt instead of McGuire, that's fine. A Sketcher, we want to save some money there, I think, because I do want to play the Vlad. If I'm not going to use Vlad in my Dodger stacks, maybe I'll use Beatty. I do love Muncy at second. If not for Muncy, I want to play Simeon. Both expensive, obviously. Outfield, I'm spending down a little bit, but not much. You get great value in guys like Bellinger and Springer with monster upside at 43 and 3,900. Larnach is my favorite of the values at 2,600 from any other non-stack teams that I am using. You also have guys like Peralta, Clint Frazier, Newt Barr. I mentioned McGuire. I already showed it. I mentioned as catcher. Michael Chavis, Anthony Santander, Paul DeYoung. Those are the guys I'm looking to save money with. Of course, right now we don't have the lineups released yet, but those are the guys I'm looking at the most heavily right now. And it's going to be hard. You know, you try and see this lineup and you want to try and get some pitchers in there. And you can see I don't have all the money in the world to spend, especially if I wanted to throw a Bichette in, who I love as a shortstop. But he is 6.1, and it's going to be hard to get that with the pitching that I want to get to. So that's why I'm considering a guy like Dunning, a guy like Kim, because I do want to spend money on these bats tonight. I think San Diego's sneaky, not sneaky even, just they're another really good stack. There's a lot of really good stacks today. So you're not really going to go wrong with taking any of these shots. It's just about trying to figure out who's the best and who has the best upside tonight. And I love the Dodgers in a bounce back spot, and I love the Blue Jays the most. But I did mention that there are, you know, obviously if the Houston game ends up all good, it's a little weather concerns there. Houston is a terrific stack as well. And like I said, because there's so many, you can't expect too much condensed ownership, although I do expect the Blue Jays to be the most popular, assuming people can get them in. It's a little tricky with the pricing of some of these pitchers. But you can use guys like I mentioned, Dunning and Kim already, but I do think Manoah is a really solid option. And Minaya is, I think, going to be really overlooked at 9.8. And I could see him having just as good an outing as Valdez or Rodon. So that's sort of the way I'm going today. I just want to keep this video short and sweet and get something out there for you guys. Again, I'll be in Discord, so hit me up all day with any questions or thoughts. There's going to be different lineup shakeouts, so we don't really know who's going to be playing exactly where and what yet, but I really do think you want to be spending up, oddly enough, on the infield and using some of the mid-tier value in the outfield. I think it's a good strategy for today. And it's been a little bit of a rough couple weeks for me, DFS-wise for baseball. Doing well in basketball, but I think it's time to turn it around. We were on fire to start the month, and I want to end this one on a high note. So let's make some money tonight, guys. And yeah, share any thoughts, share any questions, any criticisms, any ideas, anything else, anything you want to see different with the site. But I do suggest you start checking out the site, especially my plays of the day and Sheets' sheets. I think are really valuable, and at least it'll give you an idea of exactly what we're doing. While it hasn't worked the last 2 weeks, it will work in the long run. It obviously has worked in the long run, and glad to have all you guys with us. So this is where I'm at, and I think the Dodgers are going to be lower owned than they should be because there's so many other good offenses. So they're my favorite. It's not off the board because these are all pretty obvious spots for pretty good offenses, but there's just so many to choose from on this monster slate, and we have just a slew of just great hitting. And I'm showing the Dodgers as, other than Bellinger and Muncy, basically nobody above like 5%. Gavin Lux, Matt Beattie, obviously you get the lefties in there against Arrieta. Not a huge. The Cubs bullpen has been okay, but I still trust the Dodgers offense. Nice day in LA today, so that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, any other thoughts or anything? I'll stop my screen share here. Drop it into Discord, and let's make some money tonight, guys. Let's finish this week strong and finish this month strong on to July. And we got football right around the corner. We got basketball, the NBA Finals. We'll have some fun showdown slate stuff for you. But for right now, I think we're going to focus on baseball for tonight and hopefully make some serious money. So good luck to everyone out there, and we will see you at the top of the leaderboards.